Leva, get down, stupid bitch. Yeah, hey, look what I found. Oh, my God.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. So let's go over it, y'all. This is going to be the last AEW Dynamite video of the night for me. We will turn our attention to Rampage. We're going to talk about the Ruby Soho match tomorrow. I don't know if Swerve and the Mogul Philly is going to be on there, but if they are, I am going to report on them. I'm trying to keep up with what they're doing. I did a video on them. If you guys haven't already checked that out with Dustin Rhodes. Came out, so definitely check that out, y'all. I posted it yesterday. So anyways, let's get to it, y'all. Saraya and Toni Storm, man. So last week, Saraya and Toni Storm were on Savage Mode. Y'all know they turned heels about 3 weeks ago. And they attacked Britt Baker. Like, they directly attacked Britt Baker. Then Britt Baker pretty much was questioning Ruby Soho about, oh, now you show up. Are you working with them? You know what I'm saying? So she thinks that, Ruby Soho, because she knows them, that Ruby Soho is still aligned with Saraya and Toni Storm. She denied it. And then on Rampage, Toni Storm and Saraya faced the Renegade Twins and gave them the beats last week. And then they started this thing where they started to do this spray paint thing like the NWO, where they've been painting like L on people and stuff like that. So I think if they could book this right, this could be something special with Saraya and Toni Storm as heels. I've been wanting to see them as heels. I know some people are still on the fence about it, but I wanted to do a video talking about how they could do this even better. But I don't know, because I'm going to do an NXT one this week because House of Contraction broke up. So maybe I'll say that for next week, see how this still goes next week. But I'm liking it so far, man. I don't care what nobody says. I'm liking Saraya and Toni Storm as heels. But they need to do a little bit more, though. That's my only thing. I need to see a little bit more than just spray painting people. But I'm liking how they randomly giving people the beat. So after the Jamie Hayter match against the Bunny, I was about to say Bad Bunny. Because, I mean, he been, like, advertising WWE programming lately. So, but anyway, so Jamie Hayter won the match, and I think the Bunny got injured a little bit on this spot, which ended the match a little sooner. But anyways, Renee Paquette was interviewing Toni Storm and Saraya, and they congratulated Jamie Hayter on a win. And Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker and Rebel weren't in the back yet. Like, they saw this on the Tron, the big screen. And she said she's a loser just like everyone else in AEW. They invited Leva Bates, who came out of nowhere. So Leva Bates was a victim. And they beat her up, giving her the beat, sent her to the gulags, and sprayed an L on her stomach and her back, just like they did the Renegade Twins last week on Rampage. And Saraya then said they weren't there to make friends. They were there to take over. So I like that because it's a lot of simple stuff going on right now, and that's how it needs to be in the beginning. It doesn't need to be like anything too overcomplicated. Like well, basically what you're seeing right now with the Bloodline or Toxic Attraction, it don't need to be anything too complicated just yet. Just tell a simple story about Saraya and Toni Storm trying to dominate the locker room, right? That's what they need to do. And I didn't even know Leva Bates was still in the company. It just tells you how many people are on the AEW roster who really shouldn't be on the AEW roster anymore. Like, I hadn't seen Leva Bates since, like, when AEW started, bro. But anyways, man. She was a good sacrifice character, though. Hey, she wanted to work the angle, so I bet she got some good money to do it. But anyways, man, I think if they could do this sort of like the Outsiders. Now, obviously the Outsiders were not on the roster yet. Like, they weren't invited. Like, the way they were coming in through the crowd because they were acting like they were invading, right? I think what they could do with this is, since they can't do that, since we know Saraya and Toni Storm on the roster, but maybe they can have them, if this gets out of control, who's ever hit an AEW, because Tony Khan doesn't really have an on-screen character. But maybe somebody like that's in charge, like an Adam Pearce or something like that, fires them, and they're going to have to go to the crowd. So you're recreating the Outsider storyline and building up a female version of the NWO. So you start putting some other heels in there. But remember, the whole thing was it's AEW homegrown talent against WWE girls. So Maybe you can expand to like Athena being in there, Mercedes Moné, or anybody else who came over from the WWE who's in AEW right now. I think Tay Conti was over there, but I think she's going to stay with the Jericho Appreciation Society and not break up with Anna Jay. So, because they need to get those tag team titles. But I would like to see how this is going to go. But they need to do something where it's definitely looking like, you know, they're in a position where nobody wants them around. We definitely have to have that. And we got to do a little bit more on the other side. But I definitely like seeing what they're doing. Give Toni some more mic time, too. Let her talk on the mic a little bit, too. Not just be Saraya all the time. Let Toni get some mic time so that we can start getting into her heel character as well. Because I think I've seen a couple of, like, the one that she did after Full Gear, which wasn't a heel promo, but it came off heelish, right? Where she first broke her nose or whatever. And she was talking about getting her get back. I like that because it had a heel tone to it. Then she had a small heel promo before, I think her match either last week or the week before. Nah, I think she had a match like 2 weeks ago. And because it was a solo match. And Saraya wasn't there. But she did like a promo. And it was pretty cool. I want to see a little bit more from Toni Storm. Because Toni Storm could talk. So let her talk a little bit more. And that way, it could really look equal between her and Saraya with this heel turn. So, they got a lot of work to do, but I like where they're going with it. They're better off as heels than babyface. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going in the right direction, but they need to do a little bit more. So, let's see what they do. Let me know y'all early thoughts on this, and then I'll come back to wrap this up. Okay, you guys, make sure y'all going ahead and hit the like button, comment, and share the video. Also, make sure you guys also donate to the channel by hitting the thanks button below, or you can hit up the Cash App $SAC Exchange to send any donation to the Cash App. Here are the top donators, and you can fit yourself in this list at any time if you donate at least $2 or more. Thank you. So I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this so far. It's in the beginning stages, so it's got a long ways to go. I'm liking the Ruby Soho tie in. I hope we see something on Friday with that, because Ruby Soho is supposed to have a match on Rampage. Hopefully we see something tied to that. Because I'm liking how they're using Ruby Soho on the spot where she got to prove herself to the locker room that she is not aligned with Saraya and Toni Storm. So I'm liking that element. Just need to do. I like the spray paint part. You know, it's funny because my boy Trey Miguel is doing the same thing on Impact with the spray paint. So there's something going on with the spray paint right now. Like that's become a trend again in pro wrestling. Spray paint people's bodies after the match. So or after beatdowns, man. So but like I said, if they do this like the Outsiders, man, you know, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, man, I think they got something going here, man. You know, because I've always felt like Saraya was a pretty good heel. Toni Storm can be a pretty good heel, but they need to showcase her more. Like, they're not doing enough with her outside of just, you know, having her be. Like, her tone during the Renegades match was really good. She was really on her heel shit in that match against the Renegade Twins. She was, like, taunting them and stuff like that, dominating the match, acting like a heel. Like, let her do a little bit more, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste this opportunity that you got building up Toni Storm as a heel, bro. So I do want to see a little bit more, but I'm liking the start that it's off to, man. Let me know y'all thoughts about it, man. Thank y'all for watching AEW this week. I'll be back for Rampage to cover the Ruby Soho situation. So thank y'all for watching. After News Delight.